Hello, and welcome to TradeUP Tuesday with me, Bettina Mensch, where I share ideas with you that I've been researching to reduce the toxins in my home, as well as the packaging that may end up in landfills because it's unrecyclable. Today, I want to talk with you about air fresheners, which are an enormously popular product, not only for the home, but also for commercial spaces like hotel lobbies and car dealerships and stores and even medical facilities, arenas. And they come in a variety of applications like sprays and gels and plug-ins and scented candles. The idea behind them is that they are there to freshen the air, but unfortunately, they're freshening the air with a variety of chemicals that are really harmful to the human body. I want to read something to you from the National Geographic's Green Guide, and it quotes as many air fresheners contain nerve-deadening chemicals that coat your nasal passages and temporarily block your sense of smell. Some of the most offensive ingredients, volatile organic compounds or VOCs, benzene, and formaldehyde, can cause headaches and nausea and aggravate asthma and have been linked to neurological damage and cancer. So, beyond those three ingredients I just mentioned, one of the most worrisome of the chemicals that are used in air fresheners are phthalates. And phthalates are dispersants that can cause hormonal and reproductive issues, birth defects, and developmental disorders. And the National Resources Defense Council found that 12 out of the 14 most popular air fresheners on the market today contain phthalates. And some of those were labeled as all natural and fragrance-free. So fragrance-free doesn't mean it doesn't have any chemicals in it, does it? Although the fragrance has chemicals in it too. So phthalates can also be found in things like paints and in cosmetics even, and pesticides. One of the research articles from the council said that most phthalates are well known to interfere with production of testosterone and have been associated with reproductive abnormalities. The thing is, when those air fresheners are used, let's say in your home, that they then coat surfaces. Those little molecules that are in the air that we can smell, they are then falling to the carpeting and onto the furniture and onto other surfaces. So even when one stops spraying or the plug-in stops emitting, those aromas, those chemicals are still evident and we can still continue to breathe them. If they're harmful for us, imagine what they do to the respiratory system of babies and pets. So the thing that is really unbelievable to me is that I looked at a number of the most popular air fresheners to see their labels, and there were a number of chemical compounds that I knew nothing about. But according to the FDA, those recipes are considered a trade secret, and the chemicals are not required to be listed on the labels. The most popular of the air fresheners, and I'm not going to denigrate a particular air freshener, but one of the very most popular that you would be very familiar with only disclosed 3 of the ingredients on its label, and yet the Environmental Working Group found that there were 87 chemicals in total. So there are no safe levels of those chemicals that I just mentioned, and yet these are products that are intended to be inhaled, which is just shocking. So here's my suggestion for the TradeUP to stop bringing those kinds of aromas or fragrances or air fresheners into your home and use something natural. What I recommend is that you use a diffuser and Mother Nature's essential oils. I choose and use and offer doTERRA essential oils. Why? because they are the most tested and trusted essential oils in the world, which means that I can rely on them to be safe, pure, and efficacious. Now, a little bit about a diffuser, if you weren't familiar with diffusers. This is a diffuser. And perhaps you can see the mist coming up, and that is because this is a diffuser that is called sonic or ultrasonic. It has a little bit of water in it, and it is vibrating the water with a few drops of essential oils on top. And that mist is going up into the air, and it stays up in the air for hours. And it is not damp, it's not making surfaces wet, but it is putting the oil up into the air. Now, I diffuse essential oils not just because they're a beautiful aroma, although they are that, but because there are thousands of research articles that attest to the fact that essential oils have a profound impact on the physical body, the mental body, and the emotional body. So the reason why I can give you an example of why that is true is when we breathe up an aroma, it goes up through our nasal cavity and goes to the parts of the brain that are responsible for emotion and memory. As a for instance, perhaps you have a beloved grandmother that has passed away, and she used to make a particular kind of soup. And if you were to smell the aromas of that soup, you would think of her immediately. I can smell aqua velva and think of a boyfriend I had in 7th grade. That's how profound aroma is when it is impacting the brain like that. Now, the chemical aromas, they're impacting the brain too, but as we've already discussed, it's impacting the brain in a very negative way. One of the oils that I am diffusing right now is called bergamot, and bergamot is one of the oils that doTERRA sources from Italy. And bergamot is a fruit that looks like a cross between a lemon and a lime. If you are familiar with Earl Grey tea, bergamot is that aroma that makes Earl Grey so definable. You can smell Earl Grey, and it's the bergamot that's in there. So the reason why I am talking with you about bergamot today is because this is an essential oil that I recommend to my nurse friends, because bergamot as a citrus oil not only is very uplifting to the atmosphere around you, but it is an essential oil that is very powerful for reducing anxious feelings, for calming fears, for elevating the spirit. And it is one that helps with focus. And these are all things in this particular time in our world right now, where medical professionals are taxed and they're tired and they are frustrated. And this is an oil that can be very beneficial. Now, it's not always possible to have a diffuser in a hospital setting, but you can make your hand into a diffuser. It's very simple. You just put a drop of oil into your hands, you rub your hands together, and you take a deep breath, and that is a diffuser. You've used your hand as a diffuser, and there are other ways of doing that. You can put a drop on a cotton ball and put it into the air vents of your car, or you can put it in between your pillowcase and the pillow to have an oil that will help you to relax at night. So this is a really powerful way to change the atmosphere in your home. If you are feeling a little down in the dumps, if you're feeling a little anxious about all of the unrest and just so many conflicting ideas and thoughts and scary information that is coming at us all day long, that you can help to calm the atmosphere in your own home for everyone in your home, simply by using these gifts of the earth, Mother Nature's beautiful gift of real essential oils that don't have chemicals. There's nothing else in this bottle but the essential oil that is from the rind of this beautiful bergamot fruit. And it's a powerful way to make life a little more palatable during this time. I appreciate you spending some time with me today. I would love to help you get any of these beautiful doTERRA essential oils and to give you some feedback about what might be useful for your life and what might be happening with you physically or emotionally, and to help you choose a diffuser that is right for your home. Please reach out to me. I can be reached through my Messenger and also with my Facebook page called Reach for Essential Oils with me, Bettina Mensch. Thanks so much. Bye for now.